Hello, we're Secret Agent Agency. My name is Kevin. Joining me is Jihun.
I'm not a witch from the Mercury, though.
Oh, that's good, I think. And it's just the two of us today. Andrew's on a trip, and we're doing a bonus Sunday stream. So we just defeated Garuda.
Don't go making me throw you back in there now, eh?
Yeah, I'll think about it, jailer.
Oh, okay, so this personified problem is not my unique.
So
They're straight up saying, fix for stuttering in a highly populated area on the Steam community page. Damn.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know what I heard or did not hear.
It'd last you a good while. Not bad, if I do say so myself. It'd last you a good while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm making like multiples of the same thing. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. You own 3 Bastard Sword +1.
I wanted to reinforce. I didn't. Okay.
Well, best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later.
Oh, God. Okay.
Not my best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. And?
Yes? What? Going purse weighing you down?
Nope, not buying any more bastard swords. Oh, I got a decent amount of money. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
Yes, yes, yes. Alright, let's speak with Sid.
Finally crawled out of the crypt, eh? You look like it. Although I thank you for doing us the courtesy of covering up.
Don't.
Ah, still have a bit of fight left in you? Then listen. I've arranged a meeting with Gav. In case you've forgotten, you're the one he's been putting his nose to work for.
For nothing.
Just listen. While you've been relaxing in your cell, Gav's been busy sniffing out your dominance. And according to his last report, he's picked up a scent. Gav's gone to a fair bit of trouble for you. The least you can do is hear the poor bugger out. He's going to meet us at the King's Fall. Pack your stuff. We'll leave as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, so the other major story thing I forgot to mention is we discovered that we are the Ifrit's dominant, which is the icon that killed Clive's brother. So we found out that we are the ones that we were searching for in the quest for vengeance. Kind of awkward.
The lying didn't work. I loaded the straw.
Okay, well, I guess I can just like fast travel out of the pause menu. And we are being told we cannot go anywhere else. Everything is cordoned off. So, we can only press forward.
Not so long ago, this here was a thriving trade route. Then the blight came. The people left. And just like that, it was deserted. Making it the perfect little shortcut.
Definitely curious about this environmental hazard called the blight. That seems to just be this thing that's also kind of happening in the background.
Still feeling sorry for yourself?
Did I ever mention that? I must have missed it.
Don't. Please,
Yeah.
think about it, Clive. The rumours all point to... That was an Imperial signal. They shouldn't
What?
be here. The old
It's a
forts have been
whistle.
abandoned for years. Our little chat can wait. I need to see what the bastards are up to. You go on ahead and meet up with Gab.
But we both know that.
No buts about it.
This is stupid. I'm the dominant of fire. We sent Galv on a wild goose chase.
I suppose we'll see about that.
More killing.
Oh, I missed.
Don't let them get away.
Well, stop missing. Get good.
Keep your distance, boy. Sick of Torgal. Sick of Torgal. There, boy. Sick of Torgal. You know what's for. Give them all you've got, boys. Don't let them get away.
This is going to be pretty nuts once we have like all the icons and it just you switch between what fucking 8 different forms, do each of their 2 abilities. By the time you get through the combo, the first ones are off the cooldown.
There's something I want to comment about that, but it's kind of count as a spoiler, so...
Okay.
Well,
Can you only equip like so many at a time?
yeah.
Okay.
Keep your distance, boy.
Is a revealing future game mechanic count as a spoiler?
I feel like in terms of that, not really.
Okay.
Flames to me.
This guy's like super armor basically. His attacks aren't interruptible.
Oh.
Get him, boy. Sick of Torgal. Over here. Get him, boy. There, boy.
Maybe your hit attacks are just weak.
Yeah, maybe.
Keep your distance, boy. You know what to do, boy. Sick of Torgal. Get him, boy. Sick of Torgal. Get him, boy. Over here. You know what to do, boy. Get him.
I wonder if there's a point of grinding in this game. So I feel like it's almost kind of straightforward.
Yeah.
Because old school JRPG, sure, yeah, you can level up, and then I mean there was even a couple jokes video on YouTube like you kill the final boss with the one hit. How did you become so strong? And collect all the trash.
Yeah. Well, I think in the case of this game, like, more so than a lot of other Final Fantasies where it's just like numbers colliding against each other, this is a game that you can like get better at, you know, in terms of like the actual like fighting mechanics and stuff, you know, where like Final Fantasy 1, for instance, you know, like it's just your guys in the line, the enemies in the line, and you're, you know, the attacks just happen and you don't have the ability to like skillfully dodge them or parry or anything like that, you know. So like I feel like the character levels up, but also the player levels up a little bit in terms of like action games.
Yeah.
Don't let them get away. Sick them, Torgal. Give them all you've got. Over here. Garuda, lend me sick them, Torgal. Get him, boy. There, boy. Sick him, Torgal. Get him, boy. Sick him, Torgal. Over here. Get him. Sick him, Torgal.
I love just how sorry, what?
So do you think your Devil May Cry in this game?
I feel slower than Devil May Cry so far.
For sure. Yeah, I feel like there's like, I know the combat mechanic from the Devil May Cry work on this, but I feel like there's still like this, hard to explain, but this kind of wall between this and the Devil May Cry. I just kind of say, oh yeah, this is Devil May Cry mechanic. Oh, here's something stupid on the in the topic of AI generated art.
Oh.
So as some people may know, AI art can only be generated by collecting data from the Apple. Well, quote unquote collecting data, which is basically turns out to be stealing people's artwork without permission, and use it as a reference so they can make their own. Supposedly, that because the internet has been flooded with the AI art, those AI art generators collecting data on the other AI art.
Yeah.
So supposedly some people...
it's becoming like inbred, basically.
Yeah. That's the term that some people are using. Inbred or cannibalizing. I don't know which term could be more apt, but I just find it very hilarious. It's using its own, maybe not directly, but yeah, maybe not directly, but I guess in a sense it's kind of collecting its own data. Would it be the downfall? Who knows? In the future, we don't. Yeah, we really do mean that because we don't know. The future overall has been kind of hard to predict for anything lately, so
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, hell,
I definitely feel like we're right on the cusp of like a new era where it's like these concepts that were just like really popular, like sci-fi concepts, are becoming real life. AI, fucking smartphones and tablet computers, electric cars, I feel like are a part of it. You know, things like that.
But at the same time, it's a cutscene.
We're gonna fall off this bridge. Oh.
What is it, boy? After him! Don't let him escape!
Oh, Gav.
Gav! Who goes there? This one's a deserter. Take his head! Out of my way. You made your choice. Give them all you've got. Give me fire.
Damn, they can think you're.
Get him, boy.
They can kind of think you're attack. I don't know if it's high defense or. I take it back.
Sick of Toggle. There, boy.
Yeah, these guys are parrying, basically. Feels a little bit like
Yeah.
Sekiro almost, like how attacking enemies in that feels.
Give
Oh, it's another Dragoon.
Oh, snap. Or was the same?
Well, I think that one we killed.
Don't let him escape.
Did we?
And also it was 13 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, Ramu.
Clive, what's the situation?
You're late. Get in trouble.
What?
The Imperials are on his tail. We have to get to him before they do.
Understood. I'm here to even the odds. Any objections? I'll take the dragon. You take the dragoon.
Sick of Toggle. There, boy.
Is there really guard breaking like heavy attack?
Not like that, no, but if you line up that kind of... You see how they have a notch in the middle of their stagger bar? That's kind of like a soft stagger, and it'll knock them out of an attack. You'll hear... It has a sound effect associated with it.
One down, one to go.
I was trying to time it.
Keep your distance, boy. Sick of Toggle. Get him. You know what to do, boy. Sick of Toggle. Sick of Toggle. Get him. Give him all you've got. Don't let them get away. Give them all you've got, boy. A little help.
Ah, that delay. Okay.
My wounds, boy.
Yeah, those turtles are.
My wounds, boy. My wounds. My wounds, boy.
Heal me, doggo.
Oh, I just realized I'm still streaming on Discord. I have to get rid of that. I noticed it's dropping frames.
Oh, that's interesting because I'm not seeing anything on the Discord.
Ah.
Die, you bastard! Think that hurt me more than it hurt him. Sorry, lad. Don't know how much help I'm gonna be here.
Don't let them get away.
Alright. One down, one to go.
Get him, boy. You know what to do, boy. Sick him, Torgal. Give them all you've got, boy. There, boy. Get him, boy. Sick him, Torgal. You know what to do. Sick of trouble. Don't let them get away. You know what to do, boy. Get him, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. God, here.
Ah, damn it. That was my hubris. I was trying to get through that. I was trying to get
Stagger.
yeah, to the stagger before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sick of Torgal. Get him. Not this time.
Oh, I'm gonna take a nap. Wake me up when you win this game.
Sick of Torgal. There, boy.
Die, you bastard! Think that hurt me more than it hurt him. Sorry, lad. Don't know how much help I'm gonna be here. Alright. One down, one to go.
Get him, boy. You know what to do, boy. There, boy. Keep your distance, boy. Get him, boy. Don't let them get away. There, boy. Get him, boy. Get him. Sick of Torgal. Get him. Sick of Torgal. Sick of Torgal. Get him. There, boy.
Oh. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell? Mirage died. Oh.
Yeah, it's an attack from FF14 for what it's worth. But you can only do it once, not like ad nauseum like this guy is.
No, that's what triggers Sid to help you with.
That was a fun fight. It's cool fighting just ninjas and dragoons and stuff. That's cool.
Come on.
Looks like he's got a dead arm.
Shit!
That move from Torgal was pretty sick.
I did not expect that kind of kick.
Your hand! Help me!
Help me! Help me, Clive!
I've got you.
Just an FYI for people who happen to be watching. It is not easy to lift a person.
No, it's not.
Clive doesn't have your nose, I said. He'd stumble off a cliff, I said.
That's the trouble with a nose like mine. Can't help sticking it where it's not wanted. But if it wasn't for you two, my sniffing days would be over. Thank you. Truly.
So, what news?
Well, found out where your friend's heading for one thing.
Gav,
Him and his mate are on their way to your old stomping ground, Rosaria. You should have seen what they did to the Imperials who tried to stop them. There's no question about it. He's a dominant fire, all right.
he can't be.
Clive, I saw you turn into an icon before my very eyes. And yes, there's a good chance it was you who killed the Phoenix. But we weren't alone, were we? There was the fellow you saw enter the whirlwind. I saw him too. You didn't dream it, Clive. He's out there.
But who is he?
Don't ask me. I don't bloody know. But I do know one thing. You're gonna find him and find out. After all, you swore an oath.
What?
You swore you'd avenge your brother's death. That you'd never rest until you'd hunted down the man responsible. So, find out if this man's responsible and kill yourself if he's not.
What the fuck?
Sid,
Don't thank me. Thank Gav.
Flawless logic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gav.
yeah, well, yeah.
No birds returning this year.
The Deadlands have swallowed their roosts, like as not. We're running out of time.
We'll be in Rosaria in a day or two.
Back to where it all began.
Oh shit. He looks a little familiar.
Oh no, he's hot.
That our baby bro? Well, we still can't go anywhere else, so I guess we'll go home.
Spitting great gouts of fire he was, like a bleeding volcano.
Ever seen a volcano?
What? You think I'm having you on?
Clive! Your friend. She's awake.
Right.
Just in time if we're going to Rosaria.
To her, you fool.
He probably forgot all about Jill. It seems that way.
Right, you lot. Enough
Yeah,
slacking.
big chill got
Goots,
sandwiched.
Gav, go and get those wounds seen to.
Give
Needs
it
a
to me
lockpick
straight.
for that.
How long have I got?
So?
All in good time. Let's make ourselves scarce.
Jill.
Isn't the Moogle funny?
I wonder what it's trying to say.
Oh shit.
They even have a Moogle.
It's a Moogle.
I've never seen one in the flesh.
Oh, they're not voice acted.
I'm sure it said in my father's bestiary that they live deep in the forest. And that they never reveal themselves to humans.
That's probably for the
Now, do you
best.
say?
Uh-huh.
Clive. So it would seem. That sounds painful.
All we have to lose are our chains, Kupo.
Let's get this fixed before someone.
It's true then. It really is you.
It is.
Clive!
Kicked your ass earlier.
You're alive.
So are you. I still can't believe it. Are your wounds healed?
Yes. Talia told me what happened. You saved my life.
After nearly taking it, I had no idea. Forgive me, but how did you ever come to be there, Jill? Fighting for them.
The Iron Blood. They invaded not long after the news arrived about Phoenix Gate. Rosaria had lost her leaders. The Duchy was in chaos. The Iron Kingdom saw our weakness and pounced upon it. They killed the men and captured the women.
And took you back to Ironhome.
I thought they meant to have their fun with me before the end. But the end never came. My powers awoke, and everything changed. It all happened so fast.
We were told that the Iron Blood had captured a dominant and planned to bring her on their latest crusade.
They gave me a choice. To fight for them on the battlefield, or see my countrywomen slaughtered.
And they call us dominants.
What? What happened, Clive? What happened at Phoenix Gate?
It was me. I killed Joshua.
No, that's not true. I know you. You wouldn't do that.
It's the truth. I changed into him again, not long ago. The second icon of fire. The one responsible.
Clive.
When I think back to that night... The hooded man, he spoke to me. What did he say? We have found you. What did he mean?
Clive, we should go back there, to Phoenix Gate. I need to know what really happened, and so do you. You need to know for certain. And if what you told me is true, and you did what you said you did, then we will face it together.
Jill, All right.
You'll be needing a change of clothes, then. Out you go, your lordship. We wouldn't want you getting overexcited.
Sorry.
I'll see you soon then, Clive.
I should make ready too. We've a long journey ahead of us.
I'll come down as soon as I've got changed, Clive. I'll come down as soon as I've got changed, Clive.
I was hoping this would be one of those things where it's just like there's more and more lines. It seemed like a good place for it.
Let's get this fixed before someone does themselves a mischief.
bunks are made up. I can leave whenever you're ready.
You! Newcomer! I need help.
What's the matter?
It's my assistant. She left to gather soil, and I've seen nothing of her since. I cannot concentrate one whit for fear of what might have happened. Please, I beg of you, will you go and check? I have to know.
All right, I'll go.
Marvelous. Thank you. You'll be rewarded for your time, of course.
Whereabouts is she?
Gotan's Bales. It's on the outskirts of Lostwig. Not the safest place for an unaccompanied bearer, perhaps, but the soil there is second to none. Now go, and do not linger. Why, it may already be too late.
I wanted to ask you, Jihun, how do you feel about Jill so far?
In terms of her character, or?
Yeah, like all of it, I guess.
Oh, right now, I mean, I feel like we just met her, so she's not really in-depth character yet, so it's too early to judge any pass any judgment on her.
We strive to be. Now, as to the task itself, I am once again. I have three.
But so far, I feel like she's gonna be one of those aloof character. Not much emotion.
I'm getting that too. I think part of it's going to be like she's battling trauma, and I think a lot of that battle is inward.
We just don't have enough teams to follow every lead.
Yours is not a familiar.
You could say.
Well then, allow me to welcome you.
That's,
quite a mouthful.
Yeah, I'm sure most of the people are looking for like character like Tifa or Aerith, like has some kind of character. I don't know.
Has some oomph to her, yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't really have that yet.
No.
Stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me.
I think Jill's arc is going to be like we're seeing somebody who is very kind, warm, loving, cheerful, all those things, who's been beaten down by, you know, her life over the past 13 years, you know?
You are always welcome at my table.
Isn't the Moogle funny?
So I guess we're delivering more soup. Oh, not here. All the soupy people are like farther away.
Kenneth is a miracle.
Something smells.
It is.
Have some soup.
Oh, my thanks.
They must keep.
And who has time? Anyway.
I hope this is worth it. It's probably not, though.
Back at it.
He wasn't wrong. It's not. But sometimes you keep yourself on the right side.
really do with a proper place to train.
Oh, what I wouldn't give for some wild Mickey berries.
Can I help you?
This is a very uninspired side quest.
You here?
Is he sick?
I would be
I think that's everyone. I better let Kenneth know.
Yeah. This was, at this point, like, killing a 10 reds would be better.
I don't think that's the way I wanted to go. Through here.
Ah, you're back. Here.
The hideaway's quite something. Everyone has their place.
A fact we are proud of, believe me. I'm glad you've witnessed it for yourself. You have your place too, of course, as you have just so capably proven, and you will always have a place with us, should you desire it.
It's kind of you to say so.
It is the truth, and not a soul among us would deny it. I look forward to all that you will bring to our little community.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing any more soup deliveries. All right, red marker.
What do you want?
You get all that EXP for delivering soup.
Good decision. Better that than buried out there in the black. You've got a lot to thank that girl for, you know.
I know. And I will.
Now, what do you really want? We both know you don't come here for conversation. You'll not find a better price than that. Off you go, then.
I gotta work tomorrow.
Oh.
So your mind's made up, is it?
We'll be leaving for Rosaria as soon as we're able.
Back down memory lane, eh?
What it's worth, I'm probably working next weekend. We'll see.
Clive, and since the Imperials moved in. First sign of trouble, you make straight for Martha's Rest and ask for the landlady. She's a friend of the cause. Tell her you was Sid, and she'll help you out.
Understood. Thank you, Gav. I'd be lost without you.
Yeah, I'm just doing my job. No need to make such a fuss.
Gav's just like, you are way too much for me, man.
Right. Oh, I'm crap at goodbyes. Where's Sid when you need him?
Give him my regards when he gets back.
I will.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's outfit fitting Shiva. The white and the blue.
Wonder when Clive's gonna accidentally observe her icon. I wonder.
Let's see about finding that assistant. I at least like want to get a feel for what side quests are like in this game. I've heard there's some real stinkers, but also there's like a handful of decent ones.
Someone's in trouble.
And that item. Fighters.
Give them all you've got. Sick of Toggle. Sick of Toggle. Get him.
This is not a good place to fight.
Are you hurt?
It would have been worse if you hadn't come along. Wait, I've seen you around the hideaway. You're new, aren't you?
I'm Clive.
And I'm Marth'a. But what are you doing here?
Looking for you. This is no place for a bearer on her own.
I noticed that. But this soil's not going to collect itself.
Then what if I gathered it for you? You could head back to the hideaway. Just exactly what sort of dirt is it that you need?
What I need is soil. But I'd be a fool to refuse your help after what just happened. It's the good stuff you're looking for. Dark, rich, fragrant. You'll know it when you find it.
Dark, rich, and fragrant. Right. Well, you should hurry back. Bohemil seemed worried enough that he might come looking for you himself.
That seems unlikely, but I won't argue with you. Thanks.
Soil, then. There's certainly enough of it here. But is it dark, rich, and fragrant?
Oh, these grapes. So I don't know if this is something you're aware of, but in Final Fantasy XIV there was a kerfuffle of the way grapes looked in that game.
Oh my god.
They look like they were encased in crystal. Like it was just like a few polygons.
FF14 grape.
Yeah, you will get results.
Wow, this is...
Yeah. So I see they took the criticism seriously, because now we have individually modeled grapes. They're like slightly different sizes and shapes.
This is how somebody would render if they just learned how to use the 3D making program. It's like that incident in the anime industry, the cabbage incident. I don't know if you're aware of that incident.
The what incident?
Cabbage incident.
I'm not familiar with this.
So there was one of those like stupid generic as fuck harem anime, and they had an episode where, of course, the girls are cooking. In that episode, they were cooking a cabbage, and cabbage is straight up sphere. Like no, not even like leaf coming out, is straight up sphere.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so bad that these shareholders had a meeting with the company. And ever since that, the cabbage quality of cabbage has been drastically improved. Let me see
Oh, so okay. I'm wondering if like I was wondering if other companies got into it also, and it was like a
so basically
arms race
that's
for cabbages.
So basically, ever since that instant, nobody's willing to fuck with that cabbage.
Well, yeah, she's standing right there.
Not the girl. The soil. Did you bring it?
Yes. Here.
me see if this shows up in the Discord with the thumbnail. Ah, the thumbnail is small.
Glorious! When Martel came home empty-handed, I almost had a fit. But with this, my research can continue. First and foremost come the measurements. I must know how much ether each sample contains. From there...
Wait, so you were never...
Worried about me? Sorry to disappoint you, but the only thing he worries about
Some
is his
YouTuber
research.
should have made a video about it. That's yeah.
That's all right. It's just how he is. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be growing anything in these ruins. It's a small price to pay. Although you shouldn't have to pay it too. Did he even offer you anything for helping? Ugh. Here. I know it's not much, but it's something, at least. I wish I could offer you some fruit too, but you're not likely to thank me if I do. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick.
Well, the bar is on the floor, but that was the best side quest so far. Where's the blacksmith? In here? Yes.
Well? What do you want? Not my best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. Not my best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do.
I am more powerful. Alright, I think we got one more story quest in us before we call break. So here we go.
Rosaria. It's been 13 years.
Well, I think I know what I'm using for a thumbnail.
The smell of the grass. It's just as I remember it.
You haven't been back either.
Oh my god, they're touching grass.
Oh,
They keep
jeez.
close watching each other in the Imperial Army. You get beheaded just for knowing a deserter. The only way out was on a mission.
I see.
But mostly I was afraid. Afraid to go back.
I know.
But I'm here now. Thanks to you.
I'm really grateful for how subtle the facial animations can be for this game. I feel like if we were still in, I don't know, Final Fantasy X graphics and animation quality and stuff, these scenes would not land at all.
That's in at the top of
I feel like 10 would still deliver, to be honest. It just won't be subtle, yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be very dramatic, I guess.
If anyone asks, I'm a branded soldier.
Yeah, I replayed 10 over the COVID days, and
yeah.
It's weird going back to that game now. It's like the characters are very doll-like. Can I, Oh, okay.
You know what to do, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. There, boy. Get him, boy.
Well, the Shiva powers look cool. Is that a gorilla back there?
See a cow. I don't know.
There, boy. Sick of Toggle.
Bighorn. Ah, well. It looks like the gorilla from FF5. Pretty iconic boss.
Oh, okay.
There's footage of me taking him on with a party of all white mages. It took so long.
What would you do that to yourself?
Sick of Toggle.
It's much more fun with blue mages because you can turn them into a frog.
Which game offer the active job change? I feel like most of the game you cannot change job unless you're in the outside of battle or there's specific.
Oh, so change job during combat.
Yeah.
10-2.
Huh. It's kind of surprising.
That might be the only one, unless you count like 13.
Kinda a short under one, yeah. 13. Well, didn't offer a job. 15.
Yeah, they weren't really jobs, but
cause I don't know that maybe changing the Zodiac edition, but like everybody had the access to the grid, so there's no job thing.
Oh, that's 12. I meant 13. Did I say 12? I meant 13.
Oh, well, I'm kind of referring to both because I didn't mention 12 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, what is it? Even the 10. I think everybody started with the kind of like had a roll, but once you grind and then fill out all the sphere grid, there's no designated role.
Yeah. So like 10-2 had jobs. They were dress spheres, but they were jobs.
Yes.
And you could change them in combat. I think that was basically the only one. I would be remiss to mention that in Final Fantasy XI, you can change your clothing mid-combat.
Finished building the bridge then.
After what happened at Phoenix Gate, it didn't seem the highest priority.
Oi! Stop and give me.
Rumor was that the 9 was also trying to do a job change in the middle of the combat, but I think they scrapped that idea.
Bloody bearer. Just when I thought my luck had changed.
That doesn't... I don't know if that makes sense at all.
A crumb of crystal than an empty hand, I suppose.
No, so supposedly the rumor was that like 9 also had like planned to have each character to have access to a different job or something like that. So that's a rumor I heard one time. I don't know if I can verify that rumor at all, but yeah.
I never heard that.
Special needs delivering before the rest. I dare not leave.
Yeah, and then they scrapped the idea and they just gave each character a permanent job.
Marth'a's Rest for me, could you? Needs to get there quick, mind.
That must have been really early on.
Fine. That's the spirit. All right. Here. You hand that to the stable master and no one else. I'm owed a little something for it. If he gives it to you, pass it along to your master by way of thanks. Be off with you then.
Do you hear any
Don't go
background when you're
taking
in?
any detours on the way.
I heard a woman speaking.
Okay.
But it was only like a little bit.
My mom was on the phone, and then this microphone sometimes pick up that noise as well, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, I am terrified of bees in Yoshi P video games. Every bee in FF14 has a move called Final Sting, where the bee sacrifices itself to basically kill or bring you down to 1 hit point.
Sounds like a real bee.
Yeah.
Oh, has anybody popped the fireworks in your area lately?
I heard some Friday night, weirdly, but I haven't heard any since.
Yeah, some people are already shooting up some fireworks last night in my area.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing is I'm wearing noise canceling headphones. So it would have to be loud enough for me to be able to feel it, I think, in order for me to hear it.
You're not wearing your headphone even when you're playing like Switch or anything like that, are you?
No.
Okay.
I have a pair of earbuds separate from these that I bring to work.
Wow.
Sick of Toggle. Get him. Get him, boy. There, boy.
I use them to make calls with other employees and also to listen to music when I'm just grinding out laptop builds, images.
I prefer not to use the headphone or earbuds when I can. Like in my own room playing game, well, I should.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer not wearing them. But for streaming, it's kind of a must.
Of course.
That's one of our branded. Do we take it then?
This is for me, right enough. Not sure what some bearer's doing bringing it to me, though. Where's that fool of a peddler got to?
He couldn't come himself. His cart's surrounded by wild chocobos.
Huh. Sounds about right. He'll have it full of Gizal greens, no doubt.
Gizal?
If I know him.
Gizal greens.
Chocobos go mad for them, don't they? And if you forget to seal the cart up tight, the smell gets out, and birds come running from miles around. Don't get me wrong. They're a fine investment.
I feel like
for a
another
savvy
Final
merchant.
Fantasy game called them like Gishel greens.
But you can't get greedy. as
I'm not
our
buying
friend
stuff.
is learning
I'm not
the
sure
hard
about
way. Still, I got my wares.
Well, no, I mean like voice acting, like how it's actually
Oh,
pronounced.
Pass your
Okay.
master my regards.
Good girl. You get some rest.
You barely have to stay.
This is a really pretty area.
I wonder if Martha is as friendly as Gav claims.
Let's go and find out, shall we?
Any goods to East Pool, leave them in the park.
So much for all parts of the Empire being equal, if that's all the crystal they give us.
And it's not like any of us know. heal that sore from its scab.
It was good, honest work building the aqueduct.
Back when we had proper leaders and proper trades, not just selling out blades and bodies.
None of that, I guess.
Milking, stacking, packing, picking, palming. What? I only understood 2 of them.
Excuse me. Would you happen to be the landlady?
Depends who's asking, and why they have an Imperial bearer with them.
For protection, which hopefully won't be needed. If you can advise me on the safest route to the west.
It's your friend here I'd be worried about. Bearers don't have an easy time of it in Rose area. Even a Stratton lad like him might attract the wrong kind of attention. And if he gets nabbed, it ain't likely to end well for you either.
Then we'll just have to stay out of the malicious way. Gav said he might be able to help us.
Follow me. Sorry for before. Can't be too wary of strangers asking questions in our game. I'm Marth'a, an old friend of Sid's. He said he had high hopes for a bearer who joined recently.
I see.
I expect that's you. So,
What? What are you?
where is it you're headed?
I don't know what you're laughing at.
An old friend of Sid's.
Is that so?
Surely it's not implying anything.
Yeah, there's a little bit of hesitation.
The road through Eastpool's your best bet. Or it would be, if the bridge hadn't collapsed. A right bloomin' nuisance it is. We've had no trade with the village for weeks. I did ask our carpenter to take a look at it. But he went out on another job. And he hasn't come back.
Do you think something might have happened to him?
Fingers crossed he's just taking his time.
Speaking of IC, we do have the emote.
Find him.
Oh yeah, I can't chat in this window, but we do have it. Do you have access to it?
Your carpenter sounds like the man to do it.
I see why Sid's got such a soft spot for you. If you could, I'd be in your debt.
Yes.
You said that he went out on a job?
Right. He went down into the marshes to check on another bridge. The one by the Fallen Gate.
The marshes were dangerous at the best of times. We should hurry.
There's a ladder to the side of the gate. That's the quickest way down, if you've a head for heights. His name is Bernard. Should you find him well, tell him Marth'a sent you, and that he's wanted at the bridge to Eastpool.
To the marshes, then. Let's find that ladder.
I think it's funny that nobody questions that she's bringing a dog into the bar, but oh, she's bringing a bearer here.
Then that must be the ladder.
Hey, dogs are emotional support animals, okay?
Maybe I'm a seeing eye bearer.
I don't care what your orders are, Brandon.
Get away from me!
What was that?
It came from under the bridge. Come on.
Ooh.
There he is.
Hold on, we're coming!
Get him, boy! Don't let them get away! Sick of trouble! There, boy!
Thank you, my lady. You saved my life.
Not at all. You're Bernard the carpenter, yes?
I am. I didn't realize my name was known so widely.
I'm a friend of Martha's. She asked us to come and find you.
Well, I'm very grateful for it. I just finished checking these piles when I turn around. I see a gang of slavering monsters looking to feast on my flesh. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd have been snipped into strips by now.
We're just glad you're safe.
I best go and give my regards to the landlady then, eh?
Actually, she asked that if we found you, we should beg you make haste to repair the bridge to Eastpool.
Of course. I said I'd take a look at it, but it clean slipped my mind. I'll head up there straight away. The trusses are still sturdy. It's just a matter of replacing the stringers and relining the deck. I'll have it done in no time.
Thank you, Bernard. We were hoping to take the road to Eastpool ourselves. We're very grateful for your help. And sorry for asking this of you after what you've been through.
I owe you my life. Fixing a bridge is the least I can do. Thank you, my lady. And you too, son. You're with Sid, ain't ya? Me and him, we go way back. Not as far as Martha, mind, but far enough.
I see.
I see.
Well, I best get cracking then. You go and let Martha know I'm all right, and she'll have her bridge back soon enough.
We will.
Is it gonna be like an inside joke as we get through the game of just like all this trail of women who, this trail of devastation that Sid, left behind in all the local towns?
You ain't pulled that sword from its scabbard.
Oh. Invisible walls, Jihun.
You're back. What happened? Did you find Bernard?
We did. He's fine, and he'll have the bridge to Eastpool repaired soon.
Well, thank the Founder for that.
It was lucky we found him when we did. The creatures out there are not to be trifled with.
It's the Blight's fault. They'd nothing to eat in the north, so they come down here hunting for food. He can't keep going out alone. I'll have to arrange a guard for him. But anyway, thank you. I don't have a lot to offer in return, but you're welcome to rest here until the repairs are finished.
We'd be delighted.
Wowee.
Can I get you a drink or anything while you wait? Flagon of Imperial Gold, perhaps? Tastes like swill, but it'll slake a thirst.
No, thank you. I prefer the truth about why there are so few bearers around here.
Yes. There were more of them when we were young. Far more.
Is this the Empire's doing? Have they been sent away?
They have, aye. Either to the Legions or Oriflamme. Seems the miners at Drake's Head are having a hard time keeping up with demand of late, so the bearers make up the shortfall. Time was they used to dole out crystals like sugar plums even down here in the provinces, but not anymore. Nowadays, they'll jump at any excuse to confiscate our bearers so they can be put to work elsewhere. I always knew the Empire treated their branded like shit, but after seeing it with my own eyes, well...
Ah, Thea! Congratulations on the new arrival. And you got the little laddie with you?
It was a bearer. The boy I carried for 9 long moons.
A bloody bearer.
Oh, you poor thing. You gave it to the constables then?
Just left it at the garrison, aye. Let them deal with it. Couldn't wait to be rid of the blasted thing. Been wanting it gone since the moment I found out.
Well, it's all dealt with now. So no harm done, eh?
Mum, you weren't my brother, was he?
No. But you'll have one soon enough. You just have to be patient. All right?
All right.
Holy shit.
Unbelievable, innit? Bearers may have been looked down on back in Archduke Elwin's day, but they were still human beings. Now they've fallen so far, a beggar wouldn't spit on them. Since you're not drinking, do me a favor and take that to the Abbey. There's a darkness at the heart of this world, and I'd have you see it.
He's like, great, thanks.
And we'll see it at an abbey.
Glademond Abbey, on the shore of
Gotta do what
Sunrise
silent protagonists do.
There is a friend.
Except he's not silent
When Marth'a
protagonist.
sent you, he'll show you what I mean.
Understood.
It was good, honest work building that.
All right, 400 yards this way.
How do? Very
Yeah.
well.
Don't be
Fresh
shy.
cuts, fresh cuts. Get your fresh cuts here.
I knew that children were tested, that a bearer's fate was decided at birth.
And assumed it was best for all concerned. I know. But for a child to be blamed, to be hated by its parents through no fault of its own.
We knew nothing of what it meant to be born that way, did we?
No.
I still don't really have a firm grasp of what's going on with bearers. Do they... They're obviously not, like, born with tattoos, right? But do they have... Like, how does one know that their child is a bearer at birth? Do they have like, powers or something?
Let me see. Well, you have access to that, don't you? Active lore,
yeah, I guess
whatever.
so.
So I guess left one is the location, right one is the turn. Yes. Huh. Can you not access more to it? That's kind of annoying. Let's see.
I guess we'll find it out sometime. I don't know.
You know what to do, boy. Yeah, sick of trouble.
I found something on the website unless if you want me to read the entry.
You know what to do.
What, on like the official website?
Not some fan website, but I think the explanation are legit, I think.
Okay. I guess that's cool. Possible spoiler warning, dear viewers.
Bearers are those who are born with the ability to use magic without requiring power from Mother Crystal.
Okay. So it's what I thought. They're born with powers.
Those who can wield magic outside of what the Mother Crystal is, what the Mother Crystal gives to branded the tattoo on their cheek, and are treated as low-class citizen or slave, depending on what realm they reside in. This tattoo on their cheek will also have others refer to them as branded. Both words usually meaning the same proposition in life because they're a gift or curse, depending on who it says. Besides being more powerful than regular people, they are more seen as tools to be used by the realm instead of actual people.
I'm getting kind of an X-Men vibe from this. And no, the racial allegory is not lost on me either, but like, it feels like specifically X-Men in a way.
Yeah, which is kind of funny. I find it very sometimes stupid, like how more powerful people, slightly more powerful people than your average Joe is somehow the one that being enslaved.
Yeah, why does not the larger man just simply eat the smaller man?
Yes, basically.
Good day to you. I'm afraid the Abbey is not open for public prayer. May Griga go with you?
We came to offer a donation. From Martha.
I see.
You see.
Then please, follow me.
I don't want to die. Please, Father. Something for the pain. I beg you.
The light, it fades. I don't want to die alone.
It's all right. I'm here.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care, that I might ease their suffering. To the extent that I can, for the time they have left.
The curse has taken them. All of them.
As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside. There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that, but we can at least strive to make their final hours a little more bearable. Have faith, my son, for you shall rise again, and find the happiness denied you in this life.
Thank you, Father.
I must offer you my own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought. Now, their final moments may be moments of peace.
When next you see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
We should get back to Martha's Rest.
Yes.
You know, I just realized I was conflating branded and bearer. Because they're kind of used interchangeably.
Yeah.
Bearers become branded. That's what the tattoo is, the brand.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that so this kind of outside of subject. So you as an English speaker, native English speaker, I have to ask you this question.
Okay.
So you know how Catholic priests are often sometimes referred to as father, right?
Yeah.
So if you hear somebody saying father, do you also get confused? If you see somebody calling the other person father, do you automatically assume it's the parental father instead of the Catholic father?
Well, I feel like context gets you there.
Yeah.
You know.
Sometimes unless there's like some kind of visual hint, it's kind of hard to tell.
I mean, also, people here at least they don't call their dads fathers.
That's okay. That's partially true. Yeah. Yeah, unless you're in the like medieval setting or like dramatic household, you're not gonna hear somebody saying father.
Still cracking her knuckles.
Fresh cuts, fresh cuts. Where'd you get these turnips? Make sure you're aiming that at the fish there, son.
Ah, you're back. Thanks for taking care of that.
The abbot had a message for you. 2 more have succumbed.
I see. Come upstairs. So, now you know, eh?
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield. But never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their gift, so they strip them of their humanity instead. Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around, weeping for those on whose broken backs we're carried, we ain't gonna change nothing.
And so you lend Sid your strength?
What little of it I have. Used profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours...
Aye, they're my property, at least by law. Any still fit to work fetch a price beyond my means. All I can do is care for those who are past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions that need answering, ain't you? Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sid and I have other friends in Rosaria. Wear this and they'll know you for one of us.
The slumbering chocobo.
And know that you will always be welcome here. You were right, Sid. It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
She knew. So this seems like a good time for us to take our break. I did want to launch into a discussion really quick because I feel like in like the last 15 minutes or so we were really beaten over the head with like, you know, just because they were born differently and stuff. And I know Creative Business Unit 3 has come under fire a bit for pretty, as far as I can tell, not including black people or, you know,
Oh
people of
yeah.
color in the game. And but they're still doing like a message that like speaks to that kind of thing, you know, where it's like just because you're born differently than, you know, other people, that sort of thing. And I'm guessing that they didn't have the confidence to kind of mix these I guess like racial allegories.
So here's my opinion on.
It's weird, right?
It is weird. So I know I'm kind of digressing a little bit, but hear me out. Hear me out. So, as you know, there's an anime series called Geass, right?
I'm familiar.
In the premise is that there was some kind of world war happen, and somehow England made non-English basically their slaves, which included Japanese characters in the show. To certain people, and then that's so just to the show too much divulges in like a discrimination that born with the privilege and all that kind of stuff. To certain people, that show was pretty hypocritical.
Mm.
The reason being is that the show is made in Japan, saying like Japanese being tortured or like Japanese character being tortured, discriminated, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yet they're the one who committed the atrocity during the World War II era. So it's pretty hypocritical if you think about it.
Yeah.
My point on this is that they are pushing the message at the same time they're not looking at themselves in the mirror.
Yeah. Just
they're like
kind of just Japanese media as a monolith, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, discrimination bad. Okay, and then you look at their country themselves like, yeah, you keep saying discrimination is bad, but you're not doing a great job either. You know, it's like, what is it? Japanese people like don't discriminate, and yet if you actually go to Japan, they're one of the most xenophobic country of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the stories from the people who actually try to stay in Japan, and then didn't work out well because, like I said, Japanese folks are not kind to the foreigners. As a tourist, yeah, you're okay. They're gonna, to foreigners, you bring money, yada yada. But like, but if you're actually staying there, you're a resident, and then you're doing something like that's a whole different story. So yeah, I think, overall, the short version is, I think they're just using this as the whole discrimination bad as just like another writing tool, and just it's something. It's something that a lot of people can get behind, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are actually the follower of it. They basically say what I do, not as I say what I do as I say, not as I do. Basically.
Yeah, like I don't know, like they're doing this whole slavery and discrimination angle with the game, and it's this huge plot point to this game, but it feels so half-hearted. I feel like not including people of color in the game like makes it so they don't really stick the landing on this message.
I feel like adding okay, this might be very controversial opinion, but for Japanese developer to add a person of color, it could be double-edged sword, because if you do wrong with that, people are gonna criticize.
Yeah, exactly. Like it seemed like they didn't have the confidence to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm all for diversity character, but like, there's always going to be somebody criticizing whether you do it or not.
Yeah. Like it seems like something they have to have thought about, but they didn't want to go through with it, you know, because of, I guess, fear of, I guess, being canceled or having some kind of campaign rallied against them. But it still didn't work out in their favor, because it is this specter that looms over this game. Like all the like they were asked in interviews with games media over and over and over about, you know, we haven't seen a single black person in your trailers and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess, like, I don't know, painting a person of color in like a bad light, you know, or like, I don't know, I can see ways in which it would get like spun to have an even worse like media campaign against this game.
I mean, it's definitely one of those damn if you do, damn if you don't kind of situation.
But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it makes the message that they're going for this game a bit half-hearted. I think that's all I had to say on it. And of course, also, we're, I don't know, maybe a quarter, a third of our way into the game, so it remains to be seen. But
yeah,
so that's it for this video. We're gonna take a break and come at you with part 2 here in a little bit. Bye-bye.
See you next video.
Yeah, get yourself some water.